30 seconds countdown.
30 seconds. Stand by.
Did we decide where the mayor's going? Here you go, sir. What'll you have?
Tom, what are you doing here?
Well, I got a part-time job to make some extra money. Dave, what are you doing here?
Don't you remember, this is National Travel and Tourism Week. It's the Pure Michigan Return to Summer. We've been doing this all week, and tonight's the last night.
I totally spaced. I know we were in Ann Arbor, then Sault Ste. Marie, then Charlevoix, then we were in South Haven, and now we're in Flint. So look, just get me your order as quick as you can. I'll get it on the griddle, and we can get up there and do the show.
Good idea. We are in Flint, so I'll take a Halo burger with everything.
Good choice, my man. Oh, wait a minute. Dave, do you deserve a Halo?
Well, as they say, 7 days without a Halo makes 1 week.
Right. Okay, I'll get you that burger right now. Here we go.
Tom and Dave, take it away.
Rata mayonnaise. Well, luckily I went out and got mayonnaise for poor Dave here because he had to have it on his hamburger.
Yeah, I just have to say, Tom, I think that's my favorite open of the week.
Yeah, we crack ourselves up. We do these little opens. We come up with the ideas literally seconds before.
Yeah.
We do 347 takes, and you have to watch it, so I apologize.
Welcome to the National Travel and Tourism Pure Michigan. What is this called? Return to Summer.
Return to Summer. And once again, it's like speed dating for vacation destination ideas. And we've been doing this all week. We started in Ann Arbor, then we went all the way up to Sault Ste. Marie. We went to Chicago. We went to Charlevoix. We did not go to Chicago. We went to Charlevoix. Then we went to South Haven. And now here we are in fabulous Flint. Flint's only 45 minutes from my front door. I love this town.
You're going to learn about this area, not just Flint, because the greater area as well. We have some other folks from the region, so we'll be talking to them. So stick around for the entire hour and 10 minutes, 15.
Whatever it turns out to be.
Yeah. We don't have to just stick to an hour. So you stick to whatever we stick to.
Yeah, so get a pencil and paper, or if you have a photographic memory, then just pay attention, because we're going to have tons of great things you can do in and around the Flint area. And again, like I said, I love this town. I love the feel of the downtown. I love the history of this town. My wife and I come up here a lot. We go to the farmer's market. We go shopping. We go to dinner. So yeah, if you haven't been to Flint lately,
we're going to have our first guest here, but I have to ask you, do you shop for socks here by any chance? Because they have some really snazzy socks.
Yeah, show Dave socks. I love, these are from the Flint Bishop Airport. This was the carpeting at the airport.
Still is.
Yeah. Before I even knew that, I said to Dave yesterday, I love those socks. They're so funky cool. I want a pair. So they're sending me a pair.
There we go. And I made Tom jealous, which was the whole idea. Okay, let's get going. Let's bring in Amari.
Amari, here comes Amari Stewart, and she's the executive director of Explore Flint and Genesee.
Hello.
I have a microphone for you. Here we go.
Yes, are we on? Is the microphone
Yes, we got it. Hey, how you doing, Amari?
Good to see you guys.
Yeah. Good to see
Welcome
you too.
to Flint and Genesee County.
Oh,
Happy to have you here.
You know, so I have to tell you, Amari was the hit of the travel conference in Grand Rapids, what, a month ago or so?
Yes, it was just about a month
We did this
ago.
fun thing where we had some of the folks go up and they showed some pictures and they talked about something they were passionate about, and it was all about the Flint and Genesee County area, and you knocked it out of the park.
I like to say I'm Flint's biggest cheerleader.
Yeah, you are.
I love the energy and the passion you have for this area. Where's that come from?
Well, I was born and raised in the area, and so I think about my grandfather. He worked for General Motors, and he had such a passion for his vehicles, and he had such a passion for the community. He moved here for an opportunity, and I just feel like if he saw me today to see the opportunity come into fruition, for the opportunity that he moved here, and then how we represent our area with so much pride, and I'm able to talk about being the birthplace of General Motors, it's just a wonderful opportunity to bring it back full circle.
Well, we're hoping people come here for leisure and such, but this is also a really great, meeting conference. conference, convention, and sports town as
Absolutely.
well. So I know you're very involved in encouraging people to come here through the Tourism Bureau. Tell us a little bit about the region itself and why people should come here.
So we love to leverage our partnership with Pure Michigan, of course, to market our destination as a meeting destination location and for sporting events. We love to promote events like Creme Festival of Races, Back to the Bricks, but then we also have an opportunity to promote events that come into town like the National Federation of the Blind, which talks about the accessibility in our area. And we like to promote Kettering University, and we like to promote our largest county park system in the state of Michigan with Four-Mile Nature Preserve. I won't tell too much about our county park system because I know they're on the speakers list for today. So we'll stay tuned for all those fun things, but we love to just promote all the family-friendly activities that are in the area to do as well.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in it. If a city feels good, if it feels right when the first time you drive through,
Yeah.
then they're doing something right. And I just love the way this town feels. The downtown's beautiful.
Yeah.
The new restaurants, the new green spaces. I mean, it's just, we just had dinner across the street. It was amazing.
People
Another
are
dinner.
amazed
Yeah,
when they
yet
come
another
to our
dinner.
area. Yeah, another one. People are amazed when they come to see the revitalization and how everything has changed from when they once came. And they'll look at buildings, they're like, I used to shop there, or I used to bring my daughter here, or at the Capitol Theater, there's a show there tonight. And so bringing back that feel of going to the show and having a dinner at the local restaurant in the area, that's really what we're all about. It's a great, quaint, walkable area. It's great weather outside today as well, so it's a great time to kick off travel and tourism.
Well, it's not a good time or an easy time for cities these days. People are leaving cities, and it's unusual to see cities coming back to the degree that Flint is. It's really fun to see what's happening here. The theater next door, which looks spectacular, the new Hilton Hotel.
Yeah.
Tom and I stayed in that. When was that?
Oh, not
A little while ago.
Yeah, a little while ago. But yeah, young people especially are reconnecting with downtowns because they want to feel like they belong to
Yeah.
something. They want that sense of place that you can get in the city.
Yes.
So yeah, a lot of young people are moving into downtowns and revitalizing and bringing energy and yeah, so.
Yeah, our lofts are full. We actually have a Make Your Move campaign right now, bringing people back to the area. Just that nostalgic feeling of being in the area, growing up in the area, and then having that passion to pour back into the community. It's really our community that makes this area thrive.
Well, I know there are a lot of big events coming up. People might want to make their plans to come. Where do they go to find out more about coming to the area, what they can do when they're here, and booking their hotel rooms?
Yes, so if they just go straight to our website, exploreflintandgenesee.org, there's a booking link online where they can book their hotel stay. There's actually an itinerary link where they can book their time here when they're traveling as well. So definitely all the events are posted on our website, or visit our Facebooks, Explore Flint and Genesee as well.
Yeah, what, Facebook?
Facebook and Instagram, Explore Flint and Genesee.
Okay, awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amari.
Thank you,
you so much.
guys.
Great to
Thank
see
you for
you.
coming to Flint.
Thanks
Thank
for
Happy to have
inviting
you.
us over.
Yes.
Studio audience, come on, let's give it for it.
Thank you. I'll take that. Thank you so much.
Now, Dave, we're going to flip-flop our guests a little bit here. We're going to talk about the place where you got your socks, actually. We're going to talk to Autumn McLaren from Bishop
Autumn.
International Airport,
Yeah.
who's actually personally going to mail me socks just like yours so I don't have to be jealous.
She said that, but she was just being nice.
Yeah, I'm just being nice. I got you.
Yeah, my wife's she's a travel agent, and she sends a lot of people out of Flint Bishop.
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah, because it's from where I live in Rochester, and it's so much quicker and easier to get up to Flint Bishop.
Yeah, it is, and that's the great part about our airport. So the ease of access, 23, 75, 69, the interchange. So for Flint, the region, it's just a beautiful airport, easy access,
You
and
can
in
walk
Metro
in-
Detroit.
You park your car, walk right in, and your gate's right there.
Yep.
So.
Well, we're blessed in the fact that we have a lot of really good airports. Well, not a lot, but we have some really good airports around the state,
Yeah.
including Detroit Metro and here in Flint with Bishop as well. What people are looking for today, you offer, and that is what we call in the business ultra low-cost airlines like Allegiant, for instance. And this is a big hub for Allegiant.
Yeah, we became a base for Allegiant in February of 2022, and that was huge. That's huge for the region. It offers more ultra-low-cost options, and so it's really that a la carte. You can build what you want, we find in the travel industry that's what people want, and that's what they gravitate towards. towards.
Well, and people are always wanting to get out of Florida as much as they can, so they come up here.
Right here.
All the time, especially in wintertime. They need to get out of Florida and come up here. So you offer great costs, great prices, and that's another thing. People are looking for deals.
Yeah, they are, and we have them with Allegiant. And then we also have our legacy carriers as well, American and United, so great connectivity. You can reach the world right through here,
Right.
5 minutes from here.
Exactly. Now, what's the new carpet look like?
The new carpet. So it's interesting. So as you can see, that is the
Here's
design
here's
of
the
our
old
carpet. This is our carpet. We are now going to a combination of terrazzo and carpet. And in part, we love this design, but it is very 90s.
Yeah.
But we wanted to bring some of those Flint elements and some of those, the natural beauty that exists here, of pure Michigan, Flint, and that's what we're bringing in with that terrazzo. You're going to see more of the brick elements that you see right downtown here, and the arches. So that is part of, we want to feel like you're in Flint and you're in Michigan when you land at the airport.
Autumn, I was pleased to be part of a symposium at the airport a little while ago when we first met, and I was really impressed when I learned about the flight school at the airport. I know it's not for everybody, but we do need more pilots, and you can learn how to fly right here.
Yeah, you can. And so there is a pilot shortage. If you haven't, I know you guys have heard, but out there is a huge pilot shortage, and that affects the traveler, the people trying to get from point A to point B. And so we have a solution right there at the airport with Crosswinds Aviation. It's a really amazing thing, and we have a lot of students that are taking advantage of it. So we have a lot of future pilots. And
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, thanks for doing what you do, and thanks for connecting us with the world.
Yeah.
at
What's
Flint
the
Bishop.
website for the airport?
The airport, bishopairport.org, and you can also find, we are bringing back an air show to help bring back the excitement around aviation. Wings Over Flint is, it's the first air show in the region in more than 30 years.
Wow, when?
June 24th and 25th.
Oh, wonderful.
Wingsoverflint.com is where you can find tickets.
That's huge news. A big event like that. People love air shows, and I know you guys will do a great job with it. So.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Thank you so much. Website one more time.
bishopairport.org for flights, wingsoverflint.com for air show tickets.
All right, thank you so
Thank you
much.
for what you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
You know, I'm so happy she brought that up because she would have flown out of here without us talking about it.
Well, Dave, another surprise for you. All rise. It's time for the mayor.
Oh,
All
the mayor's
rise.
here.
It's the mayor.
Mayor, nice to see you.
Mr. Mayor.
Here. Good to have you here.
Yes,
Take a
it's
seat.
Sheldon Neely, the honorable mayor of the city of fabulous Flint, Michigan.
Absolutely. You know, one of the things, you know, when you all rise, you just want to make me feel shorter. You know,
It was on purpose.
I serve as the mayor of a proud city, a very, very proud city. You know, from crisis to recovery, we're very proud, and we're coming from we're going from a victor state of mind. We're just approaching everything that's wonderful. I'm so happy that you guys are here today.
You have to be proud of the progress this city has made and what's happening right now. And like I told you before, my wife was mayor of Rochester and saw your farmers market and brought her entire city council up here to see it because it was so cool. So you guys are doing a lot of stuff right.
Well, absolutely. You know, we thank God for all the success that we have, but it's mostly the people. You know, the resilience of the people is fabulous. And thank you for bringing all those additional dollars to Flint. You can visit anytime.
Yeah,
I spend a lot of money up here. I love it up here.
Speaking of dollars, it looks like you're investing on the famous brick street here, right downtown in Flint. You know, you hear about the Back to the Bricks event, of course. Tell us the story about this brick road.
Well, you know, Flint is the birthplace of motivation and innovation, or more or less, that cars. You know, at the turn of the century,
Billy Durant.
Billy Durant and all the greats. It was a lot of rich people here with a great idea. Well, soon to be rich after they invented the automobile. But you know, our streets in the downtown area used to be made out of wood, right at the turn of the century. And so, as we came along, you know, after we transferred from the moving through horse and carriage, we had to figure out a way to be able to communicate and transfer our goods and things by way of road, right? So in 1908, you know, they first replaced the wood and put bricks down, and these are fabulous bricks. In 1908, in turn of the century, so they can actually be there for vehicles to transfer people to and from locations. And then in 1936, they replaced the bricks, and now in 2023, we are now replacing the bricks again. Now, when I say replace, we take the bricks up, clean them off, do another underlay. Now we're replacing gas lines, water lines, electric lines.
Oh, wow.
You know, a lot of innovation as it relates to new technologies, and then lay the bricks back down. And so right now we're in the midst of that, and so it's going to be fabulous here in the city of Flint.
a big
Great to see.
project.
You're fixing the darn brick roads.
Yeah,
I know,
but
sorry.
again, I mean, the museums that you have here, the nightlife, the restaurants, the shopping, it's just such a great metropolitan, small, walkable city. That's what I love about it.
You know, one of the things I'm saying that we're going to make this place into a destination location. 83 counties in the state of Michigan, and city of Genesee County, which is the county that we sit in, is the only county that does not have a state park. And so now we're getting our state park. So we're transforming an old manufacturing site. We called it Chevy in a Hole. Affectionately, we called it Chevy in a Hole. Now it's going to be the home of Genesee County's first state park, right here housed in the city of Flint. And so when we talk about residential, recreation, education, and safety, we were hitting these points of light that people really want to come to. And so when I say we're going to be a destination location, we are that, and we're moving forward.
I want to be here for that grand opening, or at least for that first shovel on the ground, because it's going to be really cool to see just another thing happening to this really great city, a city of a championship mind, and you're a great leader to get these things done. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you. And some of the older bricks that we can't put back down, I'm thinking about selling the bricks. Are you in the market for a brick?
I am. I'll buy one.
We did that in Rochester, and it was a big success.
How much they sell the bricks for?
I can't remember because my wife was mayor. I got mine free.
I believe it was $1 to me, and then I don't know about anybody else.
No, we selling bricks for more than $1.
Yeah, I
Oh,
figure so.
yeah, so they're historic. Yeah, you should totally say. Yeah.
Thank you, Mayor. We'll work it out.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and God bless you
Appreciate it.
guys.
Ladies
Thank
and
you so
gentlemen,
much.
the mayor, the honorable mayor, city of Flint.
Thank you, thank you.
Next up we have, oh boy, here we go. You're going to love this. Amber Taylor. No. Oh, we're Crim.
We're going to Crim.
Oh, we're going to the Crim.
Okay, Lauren.
Oh, we're
Lauren.
staying in line.
Lauren is coming in now, and Lauren has a name that you're going to have to
Oh,
try.
yes, Lauren from the Crim Festival of Races.
Okay,
And
try
Lauren,
this.
your last name again is?
Haleli Zumbo.
So I think
God bless you.
I think that name uses all the consonants and most of the vowels in the whole language. So say it again.
Haleli Zumbo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
And
so-
Lauren.
So if somebody's never heard of the Crim before, we have because we're from the region. What is the Crim?
Oh, the Crim. Everybody in Genesee County knows what the
Oh,
Crim is.
yeah.
The fourth Saturday in August is the Hap Crim Festival of Races. And we are going on our 46th year
Wow.
in the community. Just a celebration of the community, really. This race means so much to Flint, and everybody just shows up. So we have a 10-mile, a 5-mile, a 5K, and a 1-mile, whole festival. Everything from a band, pizza, beer, an expo Thursday and Friday before the race with 50 vendors. It just turns into a really big party downtown Flint and all along the 10-mile course.
I've been here for it. You're right. The entire city turns into this giant festival and party, and the energy, and everybody's in it, and everybody has a great time. So yeah, it's a wonderful event.
And it has been really, it's been the community of Flint that has supported us and kept us going this long. This community is just tremendous. As I get to follow, the mayor and talk about the bricks, we always say meet you on the bricks. We start right here on Saginaw Street. So we're excited for those new bricks to go down as well. And, we have anywhere from 10,000 people out on the course and probably another 10,000 spectators. So just a really exciting time to shine in the city of Flint.
So how did this race get started? How did the Crim Festival of Races get started?
So back in 1977, former Speaker of the House, Mr. Bobby Crim, went out to Kearsley and he saw a Special Olympics race. And he was so moved by that he wanted to create a fundraiser. And so it really just took off from there. We had the first Crim ever at noon on a Saturday in August. That did not go well. A lot of people
late
in the
day.
med tent, right?
I've run a lot of races, never started at noon.
Now we start at 7 a.m.
Good
Yeah,
idea.
that's better for the runners.
So it's just really blossomed from there. The Flint community embraced the race. We've got many people who have run either more than 30 or even 45, all 45 of the races, and they continue to do so until they can't anymore. So it's just a really great.
Yeah, I've come up for it, and I didn't run in the race. I didn't know anybody running in any of the races, but I still came up because it's such a great event, and the excitement in the city is just, it gets contagious.
And I'm sure you're going through the training programs now.
Right, so we have a 15-week training program here in Genesee County, and if you were down here, if you guys came and visited us on Tuesday night, if you came downtown, you'd see 1,100 people out within Genesee County and the city of Flint training for the 10-mile race. Social, just having fun all throughout the city, being active, people out on their porches waving at us, cheering us on, even on training nights.
If people want more information, where can they go?
www.crimraces.org.
So crimraces.org. Yeah,
Yes.
I highly suggest, if you haven't been here for it, it's like Mardi Gras for fitness people, for people who want to be in
I like
shape.
that. We're going to use that from now on. That's good, yeah.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. I'll take that microphone. Thank you so
So
much.
which race are you going to do? The
Well, I really
10-miler?
do. I want to do the 10-miler one of these days.
Because you are a runner.
You can come on up.
Oh, come on up.
Come on up, because you took my camera anyway. Yes. Come on up. Yeah. So yeah, I have. I run a lot. I know it's hard to believe right now, but I was going to run Riverbank
Yeah, I
tomorrow,
saw you
but
run to
hurt
the
my foot.
restaurant across the street earlier today.
Yeah.
So anyway, right now we have, it's Costa Papista.
I love that name.
Very
Greek.
And we're here
Very
to talk about the Flint City Bucks, which is your soccer team.
Yes.
And my daughter played soccer for years. I love the sport. It took me a couple minutes to get it. Once I got it, I fell in love with it. Now I watch Ted Lasso. I watch soccer on television. So yeah, it's a great sport.
And either you do play or you used to play, right?
You know, I'm a fan. I got into.
You look like a goalie.
Believe it or I was a hockey person.
Oh, wow.
But
Oh,
I was introduced to soccer through our oldest daughter, who started playing up in Saginaw, and that's when our family became soccer fans.
Well,
And it's a beautiful game, and that's what it's known
Oh, it
as.
sure is.
Well, tell us about the Flint City Bucks.
So the Flint City Bucks, they've been in Flint since 2019. Okay. We had a Cinderella story. Our first season here, we won the national championship.
Wow.
Out of at that time, there were 80 teams across the country, and we brought the...
Your first year you won the national championship.
Yes. We had 7,000 people at Atwood Stadium, which is a gorgeous historical stadium that Kettering University and the Mott Foundation and many volunteers were able to restore about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous.
Well, we know what happened in 20 and 21, and I don't know if did you play last year?
We have played the past 2 seasons. Even in 20, we did for television only, which was the best we could do because we couldn't have fans. But we're getting back to the 2019 numbers and times. We're very excited. We have players from literally this season. We have 5 continents represented. They all live downtown Flint at Riverfront, which is a beautiful residency owned by University of Michigan Flint. And the guys love it here. They think it's the best place on earth. And I think we have another very competitive team again this
You
summer.
can come see games.
Yeah, you can at Atwood Stadium, which is on the campus of Kettering University. Our website is flintcitybucks.com. We have a men's and a women's team. These are the top collegiate players, typically juniors and seniors, that are looking to be drafted into the major leagues. The Bucks have had a 28-year history of getting lots of players drafted into Major League Soccer. In fact, we had 3 draft picks last year, and 2 of our guys from last season are playing in Major League Soccer right now.
What season do they play? Or what time of the year?
It's summer, so it's basically May through early August, and it's a beautiful setting. It's right across from the state park and the Flint River. It's just an absolute beautiful setting.
This is an under-the-radar story for you,
Totally.
Tim.
Yeah, totally. I might be giving you a call later because, yeah, this is a great story.
Yeah, and like I said, the players, they're from all over, and this is really the destination for the top soccer talent that are looking to play professionally. They know that this is the place to be to get recognized and to get drafted and signed.
Well, there's nothing like soccer, or the Europeans would call it football, nothing like it. I used to be a referee, so I know a little bit about it.
Why do they call it the pitch? The field, they call it the pitch.
I don't know the
British
history
side?
behind the
Yeah.
pitch.
Yeah.
It is definitely European, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, one more time,
great.
the website?
Flint City Bucks, Bucks as in the deer, plural, .com.
Awesome. Thank you.
Very
for
good.
coming.
Thank you so
Kristen.
much.
Thanks, buddy.
Great to meet you. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
So, but here's the thing. I know this area pretty well. I didn't know that they had the soccer team.
I had no
here.
idea.
Isn't that
No, I had
crazy?
no idea.
You know, that's a great thing. Stick around the entire show because we're going to show you more things and we're going to teach you more things as well.
Right now we have Marissa Pierce from the Flint Institute of Arts, a world-class museum right here in Flint.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yes.
it's my first time there. We actually featured it on the show, and I was in total awe. I said, I should have known that this museum was 45 minutes from my house. I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, it is amazing. It is definitely a jewel. We don't like to say it's a hidden gem. It is a jewel.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. Well, now that you've been under the radar, everybody knows about it.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
we should probably describe the entire cultural center just for a moment for people who don't know this, because this is very impressive. Can you
Yes.
tell us about the cultural center?
Yeah, so the Cultural Center actually houses, of course, the Flint Institute of Arts. We have the Flint Institute of Music, along with Whiting Auditorium. And then off-site, we have Capitol Theater. And then we also have the Longway Planetarium, the Sloan Museum of Science and History, the Sloan Museum of Discovery.
Right, new.
Yes, which is brand new, just opened this past summer. So we have a lot of things for people to come and explore on a weekend or on a weekday.
Well, as Tom was saying, actually, Tom and I both were at the Flint Institute of Arts together during the pandemic. We were actually there kind of showing people that they could travel safely
Yes.
and go to these wonderful places. Is there any genre that the Institute of Arts kind of specializes in, or are you a generalist?
We are a generalist, but we recently opened the Contemporary Craft Wing in 2018, and that has kind of been the star of our show, if you will, the last few years. And that houses an amazing glass collection, which is really world-class. You'd have to leave the state to see anything similar. And along with the addition of that wing, we also added a hot shop. So on Saturdays, in addition to our free admission, thanks to Huntington Bank, you also have the opportunity to see glass being made in our hot shop. So those are free demonstrations that happen every hour on the hour. So you get to see really great art. You get to see how that art is made, in addition to our permanent collection, temporary exhibitions that we have. And then you can really make a day of it. We've got a cafe, there's a museum shop, there's really a lot to do.
Well, anybody who has not been to the campus there, I mean, the whole place, it's like I said, it's world class. It's some place that you really need to take your family. My first time there, I was just shocked that I felt like I should have known about this. The place is amazing. So
Yes, the campus is absolutely beautiful. And again, there's so much to do on a Saturday, on a weekday. We do late night Thursdays where we have demonstrations, lectures, free films. So there's always something happening, not just at the FIA, but at the entire cultural center, that adults, families, senior citizens, everyone really, there's something for everyone to enjoy.
And I know you mentioned the glass area is free. What does it cost to get into the museum?
So because of a great sponsorship from Huntington Bank, it's free every Saturday for everyone. So if you're looking to come on a Saturday with your family, free admission, free glass blowing demonstrations. The rest of the week it's $10, but the Cultural Center is a part of a millage for Genesee County residents. So we offer free admission at the FIA. The other Cultural Center institutions offer other benefits, free admission at Sloan. There are discounts on shows. So definitely a lot to check out.
even when I have to pay, I never mind because it's supporting the arts and the community, and yeah, so it's important. So the website, one more time?
It's flintarts.org.
Thank you so much.
Flintarts.org. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for what you do. It's just wonderful.
Thank
wonderful
you.
job.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm still actually.
I'll take that mic.
I've been back just recently, and I'm still in awe of that entire campus.
Yeah, there's a sculpture there. It's of a man's face.
Oh yes, it's just
It's
inside
like-
to the right. Yes.
And it's huge, and it looks so realistic. It's kind of freaky.
Yeah, it's what.
But it's really
it
good.
sticks with you though.
It does.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Welcome. Guess what,
Hey, it's
everybody?
Jamie. Come on over, Jamie.
It's-
Neighbor,
Yay,
Jamie
it's
Furbush.
Jamie Furbush.
Hey, guys.
From Frankenmuth CVB.
Yeah.
We are old friends. We've known, I think it was our first season we were up in Frankenmuth.
It was.
We've
I
been
won't
back
tell the story.
We've been back many times. But yeah, Frankenmuth. I mean, what can you say? It's just one of our jewels.
Thank you. And it's so close to here in downtown Flint. We were so excited to just drive down the street, actually, to get here. And holy moly, what an amazing vibe that's going on outside right now.
I know.
I know we're inside, but there is music and lots happening downtown, so it's really great.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because there are, I don't know if it's proms?
Some of the proms are going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
And some other things. So,
Yeah.
So Frankenmuth's always busy, always has a great vibe, but what's happening this summer?
Oh, so much happening this summer. So I always like to say that we kick the summer off Memorial Weekend, actually, with our dog bowl, our dog Olympics, of course, and the balloons over Bavarian Inn.
Which we had on the show, and I was amazed. There's like 3,000 dogs there, and not one dog fight.
Yeah,
all the
well,
dogs behave so well.
We hope, anyway. Yeah, it's a very good time. There's lots of dog activities, and the hot air balloons are amazing. We never have a festival without fireworks, of course, so there's always fireworks too. But I think it's kind of special that that we have National Travel and Tourism Week this week, leading up to Mother's Day. Big shout out to all our mothers.
True.
Mother's Day is really probably the real official start to summer in Frankenmuth, to be quite honest, because it's how Zenders got their start, and it's the busiest day at the restaurants, I think, of the year. And so it's a wonderful, beautiful time as our flowers are something that we're really well known for, and they're all starting to, come alive and be planted and all that good stuff. So it's looking beautiful in
I
town.
remember when I asked you this a couple summers ago, I said, who does your flowers? It's like the place, it's like it's Hollywood art directed.
Yes,
I
we
don't
have
think
a
I've ever seen a
magical
movie
little
with flowers that night.
Thank you. Yes, we have a magical, hardworking team of horticulturists and city beautification folks at our city.
Yeah, well, anything, I was just trying to think, anything new that maybe people who haven't been there for a while should know about in Frankenmuth? And, it's not necessarily about new things, because the things that people really love about Frankenmuth, they really want to come back to. But anything new that we should share?
Yes, I'm glad you said that, because this is kind of an old but new thing. This summer we're launching something called the Mural Pass. So as you're enjoying all of Frankenmuth, you'll notice that there's murals, and there have been for decades. And it's something, we love art, we love a lot of the history that's depicted in some of our murals. But in recent years, a lot of our business owners have really worked with a lot of local artists to create just more beautiful art. And so we've created a mural finder that you can actually go around, and when you check into so many mural stops, you get a little prize here at the visitor center. And we've been doing a gnome hunt for a long time. That's still very popular. A lot of people might not know about that, but the mural finder will be the big new thing to go along with our beer pass and other things that we do. Yeah.
Well, it's hard to find anybody who has not been to Frankenmuth, but if you haven't been to Frankenmuth, what's the website where they can go and get more information?
Oh yeah, frankenmuth.org, of course, and our visitor guides are just coming out, actually a little delayed this year, but some good information in there. We have a section on 10 things to do under $10, which is pretty exciting. And I think one of the other things, Dave, you mentioned what people might not know about Frankenmuth. A lot of people stroll the main street and never realize that we have a river right behind us.
I was just going to say, are you still doing the little riverboat tours?
Oh, so much. Yeah, we have Bavarian Belle Riverboat Tour, which tells a little bit of history, great for families. And the Frankenmuth Fun Ships also have wine and chocolate tasting, very intimate. It's an electric Duffy boat, so once you get out of around the bend of where all of our sporting events are happening, it's so serene and peaceful. You just absolutely love it.
I did one of those romantic, unfortunately I was with Dave, but
It was very romantic.
He can be romantic, yes.
and he ate all the chocolate, but anyway. Well,
You
thank
drank all the wine.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Sounds like a match made in heaven.
That's true. Jamie, thanks so much for coming. Website
Thanks,
one more
guys.
time.
Yes, frankenmuth.org or 1-800-FUNTOWN.
1-800-FUNTOWN.
Yeah.
How can I forget? Thank you,
Thank
Jamie
you.
Furbush. Good to see you. Thank you again.
Jamie. Well, Dave, let's keep the Frankenmuth welcoming feeling. Well, am I saying that right?
No, you're not, but that's close enough.
Feeling going with Cindy, is it Kenneth? Kyneth. Cindy Kyneth from the Frankenmuth Jellystone Park Camp Resort.
Yes.
Is that where
It's where you can find Yogi Bears.
I was gonna say Yogi Bear and Boo Boo Bear, is
Cindy
that
Bear. Every day, multiple times a day. He makes lots of appearances for families, friends.
Yogi actually does?
Oh yeah, Yogi comes out, Boo Boo comes out. He likes to play with families and get his picture taken, steal some picnic baskets.
I didn't realize you did that, and I'm asked all the time why somebody should go to one of the private campgrounds versus a state campground. There's a great example.
Oh yeah,
this year?
Private campgrounds have really added a lot, and it's a resort. They're resorts. Most private campgrounds are doing other activities, having trails, pools, all
Sometimes a
sorts of
pool,
stuff.
right? Do you have a pool as well?
We have 2 pools.
Oh, whoa,
Yeah.
one for Yogi, one
Yeah.
for Boo Boo.
One for Yogi, one for inside when it's not so nice outside, and
wow.
one outdoors that's big and beautiful for our great summer weekends. And
And you
so,
guys are
yeah.
right outside of town?
We actually are in the city of Frankenmuth.
Oh, actually in the city.
We're within like 2 blocks from Bronner's Christmas store.
Wow.
What type of units can you take in? The really big guys or
Yep.
medium size?
We take, like most every campground, we take everything from a tent, if you're starting out or love to have a little more rustic, all the way up to the 42-foot motor coaches is what they call them. We get a lot of big fifth wheels that have the party decks on the back, and so we would take anything, and we have cottages and cabins that most private campgrounds also offer that.
Well, what a
which-
great place to camp or take your RV, because you're walking distance to Frankenmuth, one of our greatest cities.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you can't get bored, you can't
Yeah.
get bored. There's no excuse. We offer activities every day for families and kids, and like I said, Yogi comes out, movies, cartoons, that kind of thing, and then they walk to Frankenmuth and enjoy everything they have.
Yeah. For people who might not have an RV but want to enjoy RVing at your park, any thoughts
Yep.
about where they might be able to rent them?
Well, you can rent them from us. We started that this year, that we rent RVs, trailers. We also have cottages and cabins. Some of the dealerships across the state do rent trailers that you can use. Sometimes they'll go put them on a site, or you actually pick them up and kind of give it a whirl, see how you like doing it. So.
A few years ago, we rented a Class C and we drove all over the place, and I thought it would be really intimidating. It was a blast. They were easy to drive.
Actually, I drove how big's a Class C?
I have no idea.
Oh, anyway, I drove, it was like a 28-footer, and
Yeah.
you panic for the first 15 minutes, and you realize all you have to do is look forward, and it's...
Yeah, they're actually not,
No,
there's
not hard
nothing
to drive
be
at all.
scared about, and that's
I
lots.
can't wait to check out the park. I'll do that as soon as
Yeah.
I can. And for
Yeah.
other people who want to check out, let's see, it's Yogi Bear's, is it Jellystone Park Yogi
Yep.
Bears? Or is
Yep.
it Jellystone
Yogi
Park?
Bear Jellystone Park.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Frankenmuth, we always put Frankenmuth first. That's
There you go.
what's
Your
important.
website?
What's the website?
FrankenmuthJellystone.com.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
it.
much.
Thanks for coming.
And
All
if you're just joining us right now, this is the Pure Michigan Return to Summer. We've been doing this all week. What was that? Anyway, so it's like speed dating for vacation destination ideas. So if you're looking for something to do this summer, this is a great place to be right now.
And for those of you who are watching live right now, stick around. We have a few more guests. And for those of you who might be looking at this at a time after it's live, tell everybody else about it. Tell them to watch it, because we have a whole series of these that we've been doing all week long. You can find them at michigan.org/NTTW, and it might give you some great ideas to travel around the state of Michigan this summer. So I hope you do it.
And who's up next, Dave?
I don't even know. Who is up next? Oh, we're going to go to the video? So, okay.
We're going to the video now.
Wait for you to see this. This is a video that our team did at Pure Michigan. You're going to want to see this. For those of you who have always wanted to see the Northern Lights or see the Milky Way, this is the state behind it.
Or if you're too lazy to get out of bed at 1 in
Yeah.
the morning to go see it, then do it. You can
Here we
see
go.
it.
Let's watch it now.
When experiencing this level of dark sky, places that are free of artificial light, when people see the billions and billions of stars that we can see, it is just beautiful. It's breathtaking, it's awe-inspiring, and all of those emotions can come about from that. we see that with a lot of guests that come up this way. They are just mesmerized by what they can see and how it makes them feel regarding their place in the universe.
There's a sense of awe, and it gives you a contemplative moment about your place in the world. This is a place where you can connect in an almost otherworldly way to things that make us human. Well, Dark Sky Park in Michigan is an area of land that has been designated to have low light pollution readings.
One of the things that you look for is areas where there's very little ambient human-created light. The Keweenaw Peninsula is a little spit of land that sticks out into Lake Superior, which is on the Upper Peninsula, with Lake Superior surrounding us and vast wilderness of Canada north of that. It provides a location which is fairly free of artificial light sources.
Here in the city of Alpena, we have 3 dark sky preserves in our general vicinity, and they're on the coast of Lake Huron. So that means that for at least 60 miles across the lake to Canada, there is nothing. There's no light source except if you see a passing freighter ship out there.
Lake Michigan, it's part of the adventure of the Headlands. It's part of the appeal of the park. When you walk down the path, your eyes acclimate to the light. And when that happens, just seeing that for the first time is awe-inspiring. The stars, they are stunning.
The stars and meteors and northern lights all stand out just a little bit more because of that lack of artificial light filling in the background.
Only half of where you are at has land, where the light pollution would be coming from. The other half is nothing but darkness. So that gives night sky viewers a really crisp, clear view, not only of stars, but of the Milky Way. You can pick out planets with your naked eye.
When a meteor goes across the sky at night, it is the coolest thing because you will hear just this like collective exclamation of excitement when they see something cool go across the sky. It's like fireworks. People love it.
Education is a big piece of the dark sky experience. Our visitor center here in the city of Alpena hands out maps and information about viewing the dark sky, how to have your first dark sky experience.
People can just stop in at the lodge and ask anybody for directions and advice as to where people can go, maps where people can find locations to view the sky or to take photos of the sky.
We have astronomers, real enthusiasts down here with really great equipment. Kids get to look at Saturn and Jupiter, and it's amazing.
Here in Alpena, a good place to start is Besser Museum. They have a digital dome planetarium, so you can get a crash course in astronomy and then come out here and feel confident that you're going to have not only a fun experience, but you're going to be able to identify things in the sky. The programming and the educational aspect hits all ages.
Whether it be just going out and stargazing, searching for particular planets, or viewing particular night sky events, or doing photography, all of those things, it's really pretty cool being out there.
Isn't that awesome?
All I can say is wow.
That's not awesome. That is done
amazing.
by the guys on our team at Pure Michigan.
Yep.
So that's Drew Mason and Kyle Gilmore, along with Nick Nurbin helping out as well. And I have to tell you, I am so proud of these guys. I know I talk about them a lot because
You should be. That's amazing
the work they do.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We have a small but mighty team at the Michigan Economic Development Corporation and Travel Michigan, so they do a great job. Love it.
Dave, who are we talking to now? There's someone sitting getting there.
We are going to go talk to Dale Wayhill. I had to look at it because of the spelling, kind of threw me off. But Dale,
You're not the first person to say that.
Yeah, you're a Genesee County Commissioner, and you're also with
I am.
the community college, right?
Yeah, so I work for Mott Community College, and I'm the vice chair of the Genesee County Board of Commissioners. Incidentally, Mott College is celebrating our 100th anniversary this year.
Oh, wow.
So in September, we will be 100 years old. Started as Flint Junior College way back when, and have served the community for 10 decades.
Well, there are a lot of educational opportunities here for higher ed, right, in
That's
this
true.
area.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Mott Community College, Kettering University, nationally, internationally known, drawing students from near and far, and then the University of Michigan Flint, which is one of the extension sites or the branch campuses of the U of M Ann Arbor.
Michigan State
Michigan
University
State's
as
here as
well.
Well, Michigan State is here, and we're a stone's throw
Yeah.
from them. They've got their School of Public Medicine. So yes, they're in the old, what used to be the Flint Journal building.
If you
it's
could
great-
just get Western Michigan University here, I'd be so happy.
WMU?
Yes.
And it's great because having all those young people downtown brings an intellectual energy, an actual energy because they're
does.
young.
Yeah, it's a fantastic vibe. So there's probably 20,000 plus students that either live in the city, mostly at Kettering because that's a residential school for the most part, but then we've got lots of commuters from all over Genesee County and beyond that come to Mott and come to U of M Flint and to Michigan State.
You can feel that energy, as Tom was saying. And then with the younger kids, the kids who are graduating this year sometimes and others, you certainly feel it here this weekend because of all the proms and everything. They're all over the place.
Yeah, I was walking to this building earlier, and there was a young woman in a beautiful dress, and I just assumed it was part of a prom.
time.
And then we have
Awesome.
Art Walk in Flint. We have on Saginaw Street, Art Walk is the second Friday of every month, and that's going on tonight.
That's awesome. So you get all around the county, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite communities or places to go when we're kind of wandering around?
Yeah, so I love food.
Hey, us too.
As,
Can you
as
tell?
you might imagine.
Yeah, me too.
And so we've got restaurants all over the community. Fenton, there's the Fenton Fire Hall. There's the Laundry. Used to be called the French Laundry until they had some copyright issues,
Yeah.
I think. But Crust is down there as well.
Awesome.
The Flint Farmers Market is actually a fantastic place to go for lunch. Probably a dozen different places where you can get ribs, you can get Vietnamese food, you can get vegan, you can get Middle Eastern. There was an Italian place, I'm not sure if it's still there, but there's a new taco place, Mexican. And it's a great place to see and be seen in the Flint community. It's extraordinarily diverse, and it's well worth the trip. We have it's ranked nationally in terms of farmers markets.
Is it still a restaurant incubator as well?
Yeah, so it's called Flint Social Club.
Right.
And it used to be a totally Vietnamese cuisine, but now they do some of that. So they'll have pho and other Vietnamese dishes. Right. But now they do other things where they bring in budding entrepreneurs, budding chefs, so that they can practice their craft and sell to the community and learn the trade of becoming a restaurant entrepreneur.
Like I was saying earlier, my wife brought her whole city council up here to see that farmer's market because we want to do something similar in Rochester, but it's so cool we gave up.
Well, it's a fantastic space, and it truly brings every walk of life from the Flint and Genesee County community and beyond to one spot to gather and eat and shop and talk to each other.
Well, it's a great community, and it's got to be fun to be on the county commission board as things are really coming together right now.
Did you just say politics is fun?
No, I didn't say that part.
No,
I know
that's
better
not
than that.
true.
I'll say this, that it's an honor and a privilege to be on the county commission representing a community that has tenacity, that has perseverance, resilience. I mean, we've been hit with a lot.
Yeah.
From deindustrialization, the water crisis in the city, but there's a certain grit that people in this community have that I think is admirable, and I'm honored to be one of their representatives and to serve them.
Well, it's a great time right now to be in Flint. It really is. And I got to say, right now, this is probably the safest water you can drink in the entire United States. So
We've done a lot of work in that area.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still more to be done, but we addressed it, and we're addressing it. So we hope to have clean water for everyone soon.
Well, it's a bigger problem than people realize all over the country, really all over the world, and it's great to see that you guys have actually taken care of it here and are continually working on these issues. It's a difficult time for cities of any type, any size, all throughout the country, so it's great to see this community coming back in the entire county as well.
Thanks, Dale.
Thank you. I appreciate you gentlemen being here.
Thank you, Dale.
Thanks.
Appreciate
Thank
it. Well, I don't know if there's a website that we can go to find out more about the county itself.
So the county, I don't know the exact address, but if you Google Genesee County, Michigan, make sure you add the Michigan part because we're named after a county in New York.
We wouldn't want that.
Many folks from New York came here 100 years ago, and they brought some of the names, including Genesee. But if you want to know more about Mott and our 100th anniversary, it's 100, the number 100.mcc.edu. We've got tens of thousands of grads over the years, all over the state, and we want them to know what we're doing so they can come back for the festivities.
Fantastic. Come on back. Make it a good time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dale. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll take that, and thank you so much.
Now you're supposed to stand up and leave.
He'll get out of here. Isn't that great? Thank you so much.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, the thing is, and we were talking to Dale, just kind of funny, making fun about public service, but public service is not easy.
Oh
And
no, my
I know
wife still has a
working-
twitch from being mayor.
I'll tell you, I work for the people of the state of Michigan, and we have a good time, but it's not always easy and it's not always fun.
It's a calling, and I admire anyone who does it.
Yeah.
It really is. Now, Dave, I'm a park person.
I know you are.
I'm a big hiker, mountain biker. I love my green spaces. And here in Genesee County, they've got some great parks. And to tell us about it is Patrick Linehan. Did I say it right?
You did.
First time tonight. Woohoo!
Hey, Patrick.
So welcome to Genesee County. You are here in the largest county park system in the state of Michigan.
Oh, wow.
Right now, we manage over 13,000 acres of property across actually Genesee County and Lapeer County up to Columbiaville. Because of some of the water.
Well, so the interesting thing about this, usually when you talk about county parks, people think entirely about woods and waters. You have such a unique collection of county parks with really interesting attractions and features in them. Can you give us an example?
Sure. One of our main attractions is Crossroads Village and Huckleberry Railroad. And there, what we do is we specialize in late 1800s Genesee County. And we also had the Huckleberry Railroad. We have
Which is a blast, by the way.
We have a vintage Baldwin steam locomotive that travels through the countryside for a 45-minute trip. And you get to ride the rails like you would have back in the day.
That's a cool thing. And that whole village, those buildings came from all in this area, not necessarily all in the county, did they?
Correct. We had the Attica Hotel that came from Attica and some other places. We also have a couple replica buildings in there, and then some support buildings that we've made. But you're correct. Almost all those buildings were moved there to that site. None of those buildings were original.
Is another one of the parks, and maybe this is my imagination, but is there another one of the parks that has like a tree house?
Yep. So Four-Mile Nature Preserve and Arboretum in Burton. It's a great park. If you've never been there, Treehouse Masters built a tree house out in the park.
I've heard
we were
about
on
that.
TV.
Yep.
So, check out that episode. It was really cool to have that be done in our community. It's accessible too, so there's a ramp if you have mobility issues to get you up there.
So anybody can go up and see the house?
Yep. I will say check our website for dates and times that we are open because we use it as classroom space. So we do have some open hours and that.
Patrick, one thing we hear a lot about is a lot of people feel there aren't enough ORV trails or other types of trails for motor vehicles. Do you have any of those types of parks?
Yeah, so the Mounds ORV Park is one of 5 or 6 ORV parks in the state of Michigan, and we really cater to the off-road woods experience. We've got rock crawls, we've got challenge courses.
I did them all. We featured that on our program, and I got stuck in the mud a lot. But they got me out. But yeah, that place is a natural blast.
I've never been stuck out there.
Well, because you know what you're doing.
But this last year, we did add a new challenge course out in the woods. So if you haven't been out there in a while, come back out and see it, because this is great for ATVs and Jeeps.
Oh, the day we were there must have been 150 of them out there having a blast.
I've been meaning to bring my wife over here, and one of the things I want to do is kind of go do a little hiking in some of your park areas. Any places that you feature that are particularly good for trail hiking?
Well, it depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for well-groomed and marked, Four-Mar Nature Preserve's a perfect place. If you're looking for a little bit more rustic, Atlas County Park, around the Mott Lake area, we've got trails that go around the lake. And we also have close to 35 miles of bike trail that we manage. And you can go from Richfield County Park all the way here downtown, and you can go out to the mall, and it's just beautiful. It's part of the State's Iron Bell Trail, too.
Oh, awesome.
If people want more information about the parks, what's the website?
GeneseeCountyParks.org.
God, you guys make it so easy. Okay, awesome. Well, thanks so much.
Thank you. We
Thank you.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for being here. It's fantastic.
Now, Dave,
Yeah.
I am really kind of excited about this next guest, because my wife and I think you guys do this too, we find cemeteries fascinating historical places. And where I live in Rochester, there's, oh my gosh, you brought,
is a first.
Grandpa,
A
you
first.
brought, yeah, there's actually a cemetery that was platted, it's platted, right?
You plat cemeteries,
In
right.
1823 by our house that we go through, and it's such a great place to see history, you know.
Do you want me to hold on to that? It looks heavy.
Yeah, it's very heavy,
Yeah,
actually.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, go ahead and grab it.
I just want to see it.
So we have Thomas Henthorn with us.
it really is.
And, from the Glenwood Historical Cemetery. That's real?
That's real headstone.
No, this is real.
It's
and
half
it's
a
really
real
heavy.
headstone.
I can't
Now
believe
you're
that.
going to be haunted. So yeah,
I think it's a really good example of, the kind of the beautiful things that you find out there. Cemeteries, it's fitting that I came after Genesee County Parks. I mean, long before we dedicated resources to parks, cemeteries were our original public green spaces that we gathered at.
Yes.
So it would often be the case that people would go there and not just visit the interred, but enjoy the beautiful nature and enjoy the artwork that surrounds it.
When did this cemetery start to do its business? I don't know how to say it.
When was it platted?
Sure. So Glenwood was opened in 1857.
Okay.
And it was part of something called the Rural Cemetery Movement.
Yeah.
And so it's the second oldest existing cemetery in the city of Flint.
So this is something my wife and I do. We haven't done it in a long time, but we used to do it quite a bit. We would go to old cemeteries and we'd do rubbings on some of these beautiful old, because these are really artistic too.
Yeah.
They're not just markers. They're really beautiful often, and some of them are been around for a long time.
Yeah, and
absolutely.
You can feel the history when you walk through a museum, and it gives you a sense of, it just makes you pause and think about the community, the history of the community, and the people who lived there, and what their lives must have been like. So yeah, it's fascinating.
Well, I often say that, cemeteries are what I like to say, they're quintessential in the sense that they have everything there. They're large outdoor public archives.
Right.
They're sculpture gardens, but Glenwood's also a registered arboretum. So we have lots of different flora. We actually have a bald eagle's nest there. So we have two bald eagle family right there in Glenwood. So lots of different kind of wildlife right there. And it's just a couple of minutes from downtown.
And you do welcome people to come respectively and check things out.
Yeah, we have to come and check them out. We have lots of things going on. We actually have workshops in cooperation with the history program at the University of Michigan Flint on how to clean and repair historic monuments. We have lots of different public programs like tours. And one is coming up soon called Famous Funerals, and lots of different interesting events happening throughout the year.
I tell you,
Did you know this person? Or do you know who,
I did not know that
do you know
person,
who
but you have to.
do you know who it is?
It's I do know who it is, and you have to come out to Glenwood to see what the other half is right there. So it's
find
only
out.
got half the story right
to see
there.
the better half.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much for bringing this and for coming.
And for being the very first cemetery person I've ever talked to as part of a tourism program.
Yes, but they are destinations for a lot of people. My wife and I just 3 or 4 days ago drove through one. Yeah, they're fascinating places.
And they really are beautiful, restful, obviously.
Do you have a website people can?
historicglenwoodcemetery.org.
I'm going to give you this
how much is the weigh?
Weightlifters item.
It's about
back.
35 pounds.
It's super heavy.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Well, thanks for bringing him. Sorry.
Thanks for having me.
That's great. Thank you so much. That is the most unusual thing I think we've ever talked to about.
Well, speaking of unusual, our next
in a good way. In a good way.
Our next guest, I'm excited about too as well because he represents the Great Lakes Bay region in Michigan, which is a huge, wonderfly fascinating, enriched region of the state.
Michael, that is a great sport coat.
Thank you.
That is very nice. It's Michael Hensley from GoGreat.com.
GoGreat.com.
Yeah,
GoGreat.com. Yeah.
And just name off the cities that you represent.
So we have 6 cities: Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, Chesaning, Birch Run, and Frankenmuth.
Yeah, and it's even
so much to do.
to start even a short list of things to do in all those cities.
I think I'll go alphabetically. So
Oh my God.
Anti-apples at the mall. No, I'm kidding. I can't do that. So there's a lot to do, especially in the summertime. But one of the things I want to talk about with you folks is that we're a very affordable place to come and relax and slow down and make some memories that are going to last a lifetime with your family, with your friends. Places like the Whiting Forest Canopy Walk, or you can do some shopping at the Birch Run outlet malls, but I won't talk too much about that because Birch Run's on the list. Also, I got a bone to pick. How do you have me follow the cemetery guy he killed?
We were hoping to bring some life back into our show.
Rats, darn.
That's good.
No, but I mean, where else can you go to Michigan's only Everglades and tour that and go to a genuine Japanese tea ceremony?
That has become a huge hit for the city of Saginaw, especially because there's so much going on. You can do this tea ceremony, walk across the street, and go to the Children's Zoo, which is a fantastic little spot for families and young kids. And my wife's a kindergarten teacher, so we often use the research aspect to go.
Can we talk about food for a minute? Because again, during the pandemic, when we were out doing those safe to travel videos, we went to the Go Great Lakes Bay area, and we found some great barbecue.
We did 4 spots in one day.
Man, oh man, was that good.
Oh yeah, Baldwin's authentic smokehouse barbecue, and then we went to Big O's.
Yeah,
I can't believe you remember that.
Both really good stories as well, because those folks have been in the area for a long time, had a passion, and decided that they were going to open up their passion for everybody else. So there's stories upon stories upon stories just like that about places in the Great Lakes Bay region.
Well, there's some great towns, and you mentioned a few of them. For instance, and I know you mentioned Whiting Forest. Can you tell us a little bit about the, what do you call that? The walkway that goes to the trees.
Yeah, the Canopy Walk. It's the longest canopy walk in North America. It's about a quarter of a mile long, but it's not straight. There's a few different opportunities. And basically what it is just a leisurely stroll through the treetops of Whiting Forest. You're not hooked into a zip line or swinging from tree to tree, but it's just an opportunity to get up elevated into a new viewpoint. And the cool thing about that property is that that entire piece is beyond ADA accessible. So if you have somebody with a mobility limitation, or if you have somebody who needs some help getting from A to B, they're going to have no problem on this structure.
And if anybody hasn't been to Bay City lately, oh my gosh, I mean, it's got 3 downtowns now. The waterfront's amazing.
Yeah.
Jim, your mom's calling. The waterfront's amazing. The architecture there is great. All the new restaurants that have opened up in Bay City. And if you love to antique,
great spot.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and the cool thing is that all those places are gearing up for what's coming next year, which is the Memorial Cup.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're familiar with it, Dave. Are you familiar with it?
Well, not only am I familiar with it, so I was recently in Vancouver, actually in Victoria, which is even farther west than Vancouver. in a cab. I took a long flight out. It took me forever to get out there for some meetings. I was tired. I got in the cab. We were going to the hotel. A fella asked me where I was from. The very first thing he said when I said Michigan is, "Do you realize you have a big hockey tournament coming to Michigan?" I couldn't believe it.
This tournament is huge, and one thing that we have to come together as a state is to realize the importance and the significance that this tournament is really to honor the service members in the Canadian military. So they're our neighbors. They're in our state all the time. So we just are really excited to show what Michigan hospitality looks like and have a really good time doing it. Plus, see some good hockey.
Yeah, well, we could sit here for literally another 3 hours and talk about the Great Lakes Bay region.
I had it in my calendar. Are we not? This isn't a 3 hours.
No, we can't. This is speed dating for vacation destinations. But yeah, I mean, where can people go for more information? Because how many shows have we done up in that area? There's just so much to do.
10, 15, 20, 30 shows. I don't know. But if you want to learn more, you can go to gogreat.com or on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. We talk with the business owners in the Great Lakes Bay region, so you get to know a little bit behind
Who
the
hosts
reason.
that show?
A guy named Michael Hensley.
And actually, it's a wonderful podcast to listen to. He's a great host. They have fascinating guests, and you can learn a lot about the Great Lakes Bay region. So gogreat.com.
Appreciate it.
Gogreat.com. And get up to that
place.
region.
All right, who we talking? Is Jennifer coming in now?
Jennifer Raymond from Kayak
Jennifer,
Flint.
come on over.
My daughter
Jennifer.
just bought a kayak, and she's the happiest person in the world.
How are you today?
I am just great. I'm thrilled to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, why aren't you on a kayak right now? It's been a beautiful day.
I've been asking myself that same thing all day.
Because you've been watching us for a while. Why am I not on a kayak?
That and the laptop just doesn't do well. The waterproofing, we're working on it.
So where do you kayak in this area?
So I am, I'm so excited about this season because I'm actually a newbie to this area. So I am discovering the river, and getting to share that excitement with everybody else. The Flint River is 72 miles, a nationally designated water trail, a state designated water trail. So what that means is, when I go out kayaking, if I go out kayaking on my own, if I am going to a stretch of river that I'm not familiar with, I don't know if I'm going to encounter logs that I have to crawl over. I don't know what the landings are going to be like. So having that state and national designation water trail is, my assurance that I can go out there successfully on my own, and I'm not going to encounter obstacles that are, beyond my
Somebody's
skill
checked
set.
it out for you.
Yes.
I've heard that river is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if it's very wide. Does it come in narrow? What is it like?
It is beautiful, wide paddling, and I think, when we hear Flint River, I think a lot of folks tend to think about the stretches exclusively within the city, which I think, are beautiful and unique in their own right, but there is so much beautiful natural wooded area that I'm just excited for people to see and get to experience.
It's funny, people get in a kayak and they don't realize that there are rivers right within feet from their house that you can get on them, and within 5 minutes you'd think you're in the Upper Peninsula.
It really is, and I mean, having kayaked in the Upper Peninsula, it's just as genuine and beautiful and as an enriching of an experience. So it's a beautiful river and it's a beautiful opportunity.
So you rent kayaks for people. Did you stand-up boards too, or just?
We are starting the stand-up boards. I have not been brave enough yet. I'm not a graceful.
I thought I'd be terrible. I got on one. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so easy and so much fun.
I will.
If I can do it, you can do it.
And I'll be prepared to swim just in case.
Where do people find your kayak rental location?
Yeah.
And then do you go out with them, or do you just send them off on their own?
Yeah. So I think that's one of the things that makes our livery unique is we operate within the Flint River Watershed Coalition. They can visit the livery at kayakflint.org. But because we're, operating within the Watershed Coalition, we want to see people not just get out there to kayak, but develop a relationship with water and the river. And we want to give people the space and support to do that in a way that's going to have a lasting positive impression in their life and help them grow and develop that from there. So we are really just ready to meet people where they're at. We offer guided paddles. I think one of the programs that is most unique and really just special to my heart is we offer a program called iKayak. We have an instructor that is certified. She's one of the few people in the state that has a certification, and it allows her to adapt our kayaking equipment and instruction for people that have limited mobility, people with disabilities, seniors. So folks that may not have felt comfortable getting into kayaks before, we're got the flexibility and the training and staff with the skill set to facilitate that for them.
Well, for future kayaking cadets, what's the website?
It is kayakflint.org.
Jennifer, thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
being here.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Really
See you
appreciate
down the river.
And Tom, when we talk about things like we have here today, things like going to the parks and going kayaking, and then you say Flint. Well, people usually think of Flint for the city, just the city, downtown, the city things. And it's a shame that not enough people know about all these other things you can do as part of your city experience.
Right. That's why you have to go and explore a city and don't just, drive through it or just, why, we have a new guest? You snuck up here on us.
We have a new season, too.
We do.
Yes.
I know.
Mickey McWilliams. How you doing, Mickey?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing great.
And we're here to talk about snow sports.
We are. I kind of feel bad because everybody here is talking about summer, and it's this return to summer kind of theme you've got going here.
Well, winter will be back.
I know. Winter is coming, though. So I'm here to talk about all the things that you can do in beautiful, pure Michigan in the winter.
Yeah, well, and even before we get to winter things, because you work with so many ski operators, ski resorts that are also golf courses, it's interesting to realize that, yes, you can learn how to ski at a lot of our places. You can also learn how to golf at a lot of our places. These are places you can learn.
We have really some world-class resorts in our state that you can do things summer, winter, anytime you want at many of my member ski areas.
Yeah. How many places would you actually describe as resorts in the state?
I would say that I never really broke it down that way, but I'd say probably we have a good 20.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That are up in the UP as well as downstate. So yeah, there's a lot, and there's a whole lot to choose from. Whether you're coming in the summer or the winter, year-round resorts like Shanty Creek, which I know you talked to, or Boyne, or Crystal Mountain, are just wonderful places to go any season.
Yeah.
Well, Mickey, at this time of the year, not everybody's pulling out the skis to go downhill skiing or anything, but it's interesting. I have friends who are serious cross-country skiers, and they're skate skiers. They're not the inline skaters. And this time of the year, they use skate skis on wheels to stay, in shape and such. It's something else. So there are things you can do at this time of the year to stay in shape for the next.
Right. Well, you're a runner, and so am I. I think that that's a real important thing to do. Just keep active and busy all summer so you can get out there on the slopes in the winter and enjoy, and the cross-country trails in the winter, too.
But it's funny, we're such a big ski family that even right now we're talking about skiing next winter.
Good.
We're making
Keep it up. That's
We're making
great.
our plans now.
Yeah, and you should really plan ahead. It's always best to do that, but you can also just come up without planning too much.
Well, and a lot of your members are retail operations. Birthdays happen all the time. Special events happen all the time. So I'm sure people who are big-time skiers, big-time winter enthusiasts, maybe they want to get some gift items at this time of the year for the next season.
Well, we have ski shops all over the state that are certainly happy to take your money no matter what time of year it is. And this is important too. No matter where you live in the state or where you are, you're within about a 2-hour drive from a ski area, so it's really accessible. And we are tied with New York for the most ski areas of any state.
I just read that recently.
amazing, isn't
Yeah, we have so many skiers.
We do.
So
We do.
is there a website where people can get general information about?
It's goskimichigan.com.
Sounds great. And anything going to be sold this summer to get ready for like discounts or anything like that?
We have our white gold card that we start selling, start looking for it in August. It does sell out very fast. It's a card that allows you to ski one time at each of our 36 participating ski areas. So
it's a great opportunity.
It's a real gem.
The website one more time?
goskimichigan.com.
All right, thank you, Mickey. Great to see you.
Thank you.
I never get to see Mickey this time of year.
I know, usually she goes into hiding until.
Great to see you, Mickey. Mickey McWilliams.
Well, we're going to keep things cold, Dave, because we're going to go from snow to ice.
Snow to ice?
Yes, with actually my favorite sport in the whole world, I think every sport they should take, and they should put it on ice, because hockey's the greatest sport in the world. I coached hockey for years, played hockey. My son played hockey. So we're here to talk about the Flint Firebirds. Oh, and with Jeremy, and they didn't tell me your last name.
Torrey.
Okay, Jeremy Court. Right. Now, how long have the Flint Firebirds been in existence?
So the team's inception was in 2015.
Okay.
So we played, been here about 8 years, 7 seasons. We missed a season due to COVID.
Right.
Had a fantastic year this year.
I was going to say, you guys have had a really good season.
We have. Last year, we actually made the conference finals, went through to a 7-game series, and just missed on advancing to the championship round.
What league is this?
So it's the Ontario Hockey League. So gentlemen, a couple of people ahead of me mentioned the Memorial Cup. So that's the league we play in, the Ontario Hockey League. The Memorial Cup is a tournament between the 3 Canadian Hockey League teams, and the Ontario League is one of those.
Right, so you've got the NHL teams looking at your guys.
Yeah, we're the premier development league for the NHL. About 25% of NHL rosters are made up of players that played in the Ontario Hockey League.
Yeah.
So when is the season for this level of hockey?
So our season just concluded a couple weeks ago. Our playoffs are actually still extending, but we were eliminated a couple weeks ago. The regular season starts towards the end of September, goes towards the end of March, and then playoffs follow.
Yeah, but minor league hockey is some of the best hockey you will ever, some of the fastest, craziest hockey you will ever see.
Yeah, and the big difference between minor league hockey and our level of hockey, our players are trying to get there, right? So every night there's NHL scouts in the building.
Yeah.
We have on our roster this past season 6 players that have either been drafted or signed by NHL teams.
Well, the other thing is, especially as you start to get into fall and then into winter, not everybody's into outdoor experiences, but they still want entertainment. This is a really affordable entertainment option.
It really is. Our tickets start, regular tickets start as low as $15. We got family specials, group specials that are even more affordable than that.
Even the hot dogs are more affordable.
Absolutely. We actually just went through a multi-million-dollar upgrade at our facility over COVID. Changed out all the seats, got state-of-the-art, black vinyl seats. We got probably more LED ribbon than probably any building our size in the country. So it's quite an experience when you come in.
And I always tell people they will be totally shocked and surprised at the speed and the quality of the hockey. Those kids it's a fast game.
It is, and honestly, in my opinion, it's the best sport to watch live. The differentiation between watching it on TV, watching live. A lot of sports are just better to watch on TV. Hockey is by far better live.
I think I caught 3 pucks as a kid going to Muskegon Mohawks games, and they used to play the Flint Generals, and those were the days, I tell you. Thank you so much for being here. What's your website?
It is flintfirebirds.com. The arena site is Dort Financial Center, and we've got events all summer long at the arena as well.
It's a great facility, and I know you do have things all season long. One more time for that website.
The flintfirebirds.com, and the arena is dortfinancialcenter.com.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you coming to town.
Thank you.
Greatest sport in the world.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
It's a really great facility. I mean, I've been over there for some other events at various times of the year. It's just a lot of fun. All right. Are we bringing in Rachel now? No, not yet. Who is coming? Aaron.
Oh, Aaron, yeah.
Where's Aaron?
Here she
here
comes
we
right
are.
here.
Aaron, come on in. Here we go. Give you this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Look at this.
Thank you. Oh, gosh.
Look at this. I can't wait for the Ally Challenge. This is going to be really cool. So the Ally Challenge is coming. Well, first off, tell us what the Ally Challenge is.
Yeah, please. Now that we have hats.
Yes, you got to be branded, full swag. The Ally Challenge, presented by McLaren, will be entering into its 6th year. It's a PGA Tour Champions event played at Warwick Hills, which is, of course, right down the road here in beautiful Grand Blanc, part of the great Genesee County offerings. But this event took over much of the footprint of what the Buick Open was for so many of us in this region for, of course, 5 decades.
Yeah.
What we're offering now is just a fantastic community event. Obviously, it's a professional tournament at the core, legends of the game. These are golfers 50 and older, names everybody knows, household names. And we interweave just a whole week's worth worth of great activities, from concerts that we put on Friday and Saturday night, a Women of Influence lunch, free Kids Day, and all week, the entire week, kids 17 and under are completely free. So we want to lower the barriers and make it an incredibly accessible event for everyone.
That's great. Well, this really, it's such a great course, and I'm really glad that the Allied Challenge is coming back. We don't call this the Seniors League anymore. What do we call this? The Masters?
This is the PGA Tour Champions.
Tour Champions,
Yep.
that's right.
So one of the 3 PGA Tour main leagues here in the United States. The Korn Ferry Tour is the Development League, the PGA Tour, and then the PGA Tour Champions.
Did they ask you to play, Dave?
No, they actually, you know what?
Your invite must have
I
gotten
have
lost
played
in
the
that.
Pro-Am. I'll take that back.
Hey, there you go.
Horribly embarrassing, but
Who did you play with? Who was your pro?
Well, these were the ladies up north.
Okay, at the GLBI.
Happy Gilmore played with
But I
them.
used to go to the Buick Open, and I remember talking to Tiger and some of the other guys back in the day. Those were great times. And that's why I really am happy that this tournament's coming back, because these things are really important for community pride, and pride is very important to build community. It's a cycle.
It is a cycle. A lot of people don't realize when the Buick Open left Michigan in 2009, there was no professional golf in our state.
Right.
And it was a long drought. I mean, not only does that provide a great entertainment opportunity for our community, our youth, inspiration, motivation, but an economic stimulus that is hard to deny. $15 to $20 million on average that a Champions Tour event will do, not to mention what the Buick was doing in its heyday. But we were the first to come back after 9 years of no golf, and now I'm proud to say that the Dow Great Lakes Bay Invitationals, of course, to our north in Midland, and we've got our friends the Rocket Mortgage Classic to the south, and we've got the Meyer Invitational out west. So Michigan is strong. A lot of people don't know what a rich golf culture our state has, but I love that the Allied Challenge presented by McLaren was leading the way to bring it back to our great state.
I am as well. You guys do such a great job. I'm looking forward to being out there this season. What are the dates?
August 21st through the 27th. It's not Labor Day weekend, thankfully.
Awesome.
We're a good solid week right before that end of capstone holiday.
And the website?
TheAlliedChallenge.com.
And that is spelled, because I want to get this right, A-L-L-Y, TheAlliedChallenge.com.
Well, now that we have a hat, we can't get it wrong.
That's right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you for
it. Thanks
having
for being
us.
here.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
And Dave, right now I got a surprise guest for you, somebody that we skipped over earlier.
What do you know?
But we're going to be talking about, to Amber Taylor.
Come on in, Amber.
Come on, sit down. About the Back to the Bricks, America's Classic Car event.
I was going to say, it would have not have been a full show unless we talked about Back to the Bricks.
I love that you said that.
It's true.
Seriously, especially in Flint, you've got to talk about classic cars.
And as you drove in today, you were really worried, right?
Well,
With the road all
we're
tore up.
under the bricks right now. But you know, as we were talking to the mayor, it's such a great sign of continual growth, continual looking toward the future. Picking up the bricks on the main street in Flint, I mean, probably a little controversial, but it needed to be done. It was getting a little wavy, so it's great to see that happen.
Absolutely. And our car enthusiasts are really excited that they're going to be able to roll on in here on August 19th with an amazing show stretching from 5th Avenue to 7th Street, and we know we're really excited.
It encompasses the whole downtown?
That's right.
Whoa.
Yeah, we basically own all of downtown, and we're up off of Robert T. Longway in Flint, and then all the way down past Court Street and all the way through 7th.
How many classic cars?
We're expecting 3,500 cars this year, so it's going to be great.
Yeah, and these are really kind of, I guess I would call them the better classic car collection here. Nothing against Woodward Dream Cruise. It's an awesome place. But it's a it's a different collection.
Yeah, it's a completely different animal than the Woodward Dream Cruise, which we love and we support. We share everything that they put out there, and they share our things as well. But we're just more of a car camaraderie and car show. So when you come in, you park.
Yeah, why do you think that's the case? You think it's because of the history here?
Yeah, I definitely believe there's a lot to do, and our businesses here in downtown Flint are just so welcoming. They open their doors, they're ready for everyone to come in, and they're, all the car enthusiasts are really excited about
I
it.
love shows like that because you can really spend time with each car that you love, and take your time, walk around, and talk to the owner.
Exactly.
Find out their story, what inspired them, where they got the car, if you can buy it at a good price.
Well, and this year, our featured car, which is coming out next weekend, everyone will get to see the unveiling of our logo for this year. The car was actually made by a Genesee County resident who's a veteran. He has no legs. He built the entire car in his wheelchair.
Awesome.
And this car is amazing. We are so excited to pay respect and tribute to him, and it just made our logo look so fantastic. So next weekend, the 21st of May, you were just talking to Jeremy from Dort Financial, and we'll be at Dort Financial Center with over 1,000 cars registered for our Dust 'em Off.
So the dates again to make sure so I know when to be here.
Yes, you're going to want to be here in Flint August 14th through the 19th. That's our main event week, with the concert, cruise-in concert, free family concert happening on the 18th, and then the car show on the 19th.
All the cars, the
Car show's
restaurant.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. They're all lined up. It's just, I can't wait.
Awesome. And the website?
Yes, you can see all events at backtothebricks.org.
Thank you so
make it
much.
so simple
You're
here.
choking me up here. Thank
Well, you got to come and see it all.
I'll look forward to it. Thanks for being with us. I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well,
Well,
excuse me. It's been a long week. I'm
saved the best for last. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
It's Jerry Preston from the
Speaking
Birch
of,
Run area
yeah.
CVB. Hey, Jerry.
Here you go, Jerry. What are you drinking there, Jerry?
I'm here. Well,
He's drinking beer on TV. Can you do that?
Well, I brought this prop specifically because it's a prop because you guys had this wonderful opening about Halo Burger.
Yeah.
And you didn't know Halo Burger is our tie to Birch Run.
No,
and that
I didn't know that.
Halo Burger is 100 years old this year. And in Birch Run, we're going to have weekly car shows thanks to help with Back the Bricks and Michigan Christian Cruisers at Halo Burger. But you can now get a beer at the Halo Burger in Birch Run.
How do you like that?
Well, now you have to take me because you don't drink. That's perfect.
Well, I'll take you.
Okay.
I'll take anybody. And they serve other things other than beer, but that's kind of unique to have a drive-in that you can get a beer.
Well, it's a great place. Tell us other things happening in Birch Run this year.
Well, there's lots of stuff going on in Birch Run, and as you know, Birch Run's known for the premium outlets. I mean, that's been our thing. The premium products at discount prices, that's been our motivation for a long time. And now one of the new things is the largest Camping World store in the U.S. is in Birch Run.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is the nation's largest Camping World store, and we're kind of noted for wheels because General RV is also there, Susky Chevrolet's there, LaFontaine Ford is there, the Ball Sports motorcycles are there, so we're kind of known for wheels in addition to great shopping. And of course, we've got premium hotels at discount prices. We've got all the standard brands, the Holiday Inn, the America's Best Western, the Hampton Inn, the Comfort Inn, all of those sort of things. But what's really new and happening this year is the Birch Run Speedway. The Chevrolet dealer purchased the Birch Run Speedway a couple years ago. This year put several $1 million into it. It's now a NASCAR sanctioned track, and every weekend there's racing in Birch Run that will bring in national activities.
How far away is the racetrack from the shopping facility itself?
I think it's about 2.2 miles.
Oh, right in the neighborhood.
Yeah, you just go across the highway and down Garrow Road, and you're right there. And it's right next to the Comfort Inn, basically, if you know where the Comfort Inn is. And not only do they have racing, but they have concerts there too now. It's become quite a concert venue. And most importantly, and maybe it goes along with my prop here, they have established Michigan's longest bar. The gas alley is located underneath the bleachers and goes 150 feet.
150-foot bar?
With 100 televisions in it and live music. And so they can look at sports activities from all over the country as well as racing and things like that.
Any other big events that are coming to Birch Run this year, or should people just head out there all the time?
Well, you got to head out there all the time.
I drive by there.
We don't have all the festivals that Frankenmuth has, but we've become housing for Frankenmuth.
Yeah.
And of course, we help by running shuttles back and forth from our hotels to, the Beer Fest, the Snow Fest, all the various festivals in Frankenmuth. We work very well. And of course, the Memorial Cup is a big deal that's going to be helping us as well as we get the transportation system involved with being able to get to Birch Run, to the arena, to the Frankenmuth housing for the teams and all that sort of stuff.
Well, people love great deals for shopping.
Oh, Totally. What's a good website if people want more information?
Birchrun.org. It's birchrun.org.
Again, you guys make it so easy. Birchrun.org.
Well, and it's even easier if you happen to stop at the visitor center. You can pick up a card with a bunch of QR codes on it, and it has a QR code for each hotel as well as a QR code for the site. So you don't have to remember that. You just snap it.
Sounds great. Thank you, Jerry.
Birchrun.org. Thanks, guys.
Jerry Preston,
Jerry,
Birch
thanks.
Run, thank you so much. Good to see you. All right, thank you, Jerry.
Jerry Preston. Woo! Let's get
Yes.
We have a studio audience all of a
Here they
sudden.
are. Here they came.
Okay.
They came, we conquered.
Here's our thing. It was, well,
All right.
we won't, well, let's not get to that yet. I got a surprise for you.
Oh, yeah? All right.
So anyway, yeah, thanks for joining us. Thank you so much. This has been a whirlwind week. I think in the last 5 days we've interviewed 11 billion people.
Yeah, how many miles have we driven?
A lot of miles. How many meals have we eaten? Way too many.
Man, I was doing so well until this week.
But I hope we've given you we've given you so many great vacation destination ideas for this coming summer and even up through next winter. So I hope you wrote some of these down. And also at Michigan.org, you can get tons more information. And undertheradarmichigan.com, you can get more information. But right now, we've got a short recap video that Jim has been slaving for the last 3 hours putting together. So we'd like you to take a look at this video. It's just a little bit of fun that we had, the Dave and I. So.
All right.
Rolling in action. 1, 2. Hey, I'm Tom Dolan. This is my friend Dave Lorenz. Check. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Yeah, been coming here for years. Right here in, no, don't tell me. I got notes. I've been coming here with my family for.
You're kidding me, right?
Yeah, hold on a second. Hey, Siri, where am I?
What are you doing here?
Well, what are you doing here, Dave? That's right. We were in Ann Arbor, then Sault Ste. Marie, then Charlevoix, then last night we were in
South Haven.
Here you go, sir. What'll you have?
What are you doing here? Tom, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
We both.
Okay, hold on. Here, right.
Rolling action.
What are you doing here?
Hey there, First Mate Tom here, and there's Captain Dave. Captain Dave, what a week so far. Well, we should probably get to the broadcast, but it'll come to me. Like I said, I've been coming here all my life. Oh, it's Charlevoix.
It's Charlevoix.
Let me do the first line. I just want to see how the road's.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's just not fair.
Oh,
it's been a long week. That's all we can say.
You can see how tired we were. So anyway, once again, thank you for sticking with us all week long. Hope you got a lot of great vacation ideas. Again, Dave Lorenz, the hardest working man in the Michigan business from Pure Michigan. I'm Tom Dalton from Under the Radar Michigan. I don't know what else to say.
We have some other people to thank. I want to thank Amari Stewart and the Flint Genesee County CBB for welcoming us here and setting things all up. We've been at the MLive studio, floor, room. This is awesome here. Thanks for the use of the building. What is this building called? The Dryden Building. Awesome. There's a great mural, one of the many, I don't know, hundreds of murals here or something like that. I want to thank Kathy George. I want to thank Courtney. Courtney, I know Courtney Irish. Let's see, Dave Scott and Jared Clark, who have been doing all the tech the entire week. Thank you guys, great job. I want to thank our team, Nick, Drew, Kyle at the MEDC, Jim Edelman, of course, for production. Let's see, Kathy, Bertie, and Teresa. Those are the wives who allow us to just go on the road and go do all these things. So thank you, ladies, and sincerely, thank you, Tom. Great job. Always appreciate it. Always great being with you.
And if you haven't been to Flint, get your butt up here.
All right, hey, until next time. as we always say, your trip begins at michigan.org. We'll see you there, and then we'll see you out here.
Let's get some sleep, Dave.
I'm ready.
A fresh path can be illuminating. It can light up your world.
Leading you to breathtaking spaces filled with wide open possibilities.
Out here, you can find yourself without even looking.
Knowing a fork in the road always leads to an extraordinary adventure. So set out and shine bright.
And let fresh be your guide to pure Michigan.